Cephalo under center. Marino going in motion to the near side. He's back to pass, rolling to his left, being chased, being grabbed. Down he goes at the 14-yard line, and it was Ernst Smith who got in there on the blitz.
Yeah, real good pressure there. I was watching the receivers on that, and they were running some very deep patterns, and he didn't have nearly enough time to set and throw there. It was way too much pressure by the Green Wave defensive front.
They did a great job, yeah, and like you said, no time to throw. And Smith, just a great blitz, and there was another guy in there. Brennan Lewis was there, too. If Smith hadn't gotten him, Lewis would have. A loss on the play. They'll mark it at the 20. Loss of 7, second and 17. 2 receivers to each side again. Backinger goes in motion. Cephalo, straight drop, quick toss, throwing. It's caught by Marino at the 27, and he's tackled at the 30-yard line. Bringing him down for the Green Wave was Nick Marsan. That quick slant again.
Yeah, and once again, I mean, he got about 8, 9 yards on the play, which now it's third for them. It's third and manageable. It's 3rd and 8 yards, and another quick slant, and they'll have a first down unless Fallon starts to respond to that a little bit quicker.
It's been a problem for them all night long. Pickup of actually 10 on that play. 3rd and 8 from the 30 for South Tahoe. Wilson to the near side. Backinger is in a slot over there. 2 receivers to the right. Flag thrown by Cal Wilson.
This delay
of the game, yeah. South Tahoe hurting themselves again with penalties. That's their third delay of the game penalty. They've now been penalized for 60 yards. 10 penalties for 60 yards. Move it back to the 25. It's now 3rd and 13. Marino in motion to the near side. Cephalo straight drop, being rushed, trying to set up a screen, caught by Marino on a slam screen, runs into his own man, gets away, comes forward to the 30, 35, first down to the 40, and up to the 45-yard line. Inside slam screen there, and it worked.
Right, and they had it set up. It looked like it was going to be an outside screen to the receivers on the left side there. He looked and pump fake, and all the motion was going that way, and then the back came out, did an underneath screen back the other way, and really well designed. Really nice play. Fallon was fooled on that.
They sure were, and it was a pickup of 20 yards for the first down to the 45. So the Vikings not dead yet, showing that even though the Green Wave got 2 quick scores, they're not going away. Cephalo under center, Marino in motion to the near side. Takes the snap, he's back, rolling a bit to his left, throwing it down to the left side. It's caught at the 45 to the Green Wave 40. And down at the Green Wave 39-yard line, another first down. The mysterious number 8 made the catch. And Sky Barton made the tackle.
Yeah, once again, those pass patterns, he's throwing it to every guy out there. So there's not a real particular favorite guy. I mean, he does have a favorite, but he's spreading it around so much that every defender has to respect every receiver that goes out there because they're all catching it.
They sure are. So now they've got it at the Green Wave 40. 5th play of the drive coming up. Near hash mark, 2 to each side again. That's the formation they've been using. Backinger dances behind the line. Handoff, and he's grabbed and tackled immediately. No gain on the play. Handed it off to Dylan Gardner, who tried to go behind Backinger's block. And the Green Wave wasn't fooled. Good penetration by Fallon. Najee Stanford leading the way on the tackle.
Yeah, good coverage there by the defensive front. They just took the line of scrimmage over on that play, and the back had no chance.
And no gain, 2nd and 10 from the 40. 2 receivers to the right. Kramer out there along with Marino. Backinger and the mysterious number 8 are out to the left. And now that same guy, number 8, does a false start.
Yeah.
Took off before the snap. So that's 11 penalties now for South Tahoe. For 65 yards. Puts the ball back at the Green Wave 45, 2nd and 15.
But they seem to have the plays in their playbook to make up that yardage, Larry.
They sure
they
do.
always seem to come up with those big plays, you know. I mean, 3rd and 15, 2nd and 15, doesn't matter. They seem to be able to make it work.
27-12, the Green Wave in front. 5:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Two to each side again. Straight drop by Cephalo. Looking, flag thrown, probably holding. He runs forward. He slides down at the 40 ahead of a tackle on the play by Jason Cummings, but the flag thrown by the referee. This should be holding. Yep, it's holding on South Tahoe. So they're still shooting themselves in the feet with penalties.
Yeah, and that's, eventually that's gonna catch up to you. I mean, you can only overcome so much, and with the major penalties like that, it's going to make these seconds and thirds, now you're in your 20s, make it real hard to sustain drives that way.
And 12 penalties now for 75 yards against the Vikings. This one 10 yards from the point of the foul, which was way back at the 50. So this is going to put the ball all the way back at South Tahoe's own 40 and bring up 2nd and 30 yards to go.
But what South Tahoe will do is they'll get 10 or 15 of it here. At least that's what they'll try, and then get the other half on 3rd.
We'll see what they do. Two receivers to each side. Now Backinger comes in motion to the near side. Cephalo fakes a handoff, rolls out to his right, stops. Now he runs back to the left. Now he throws his pass, caught by Backinger at the 50. He's to the 45 and down to the Greenway 40. And there you go, another big gain on a 3rd down.
Yeah, now you got about 20 of the 30 back, and now it's 3rd and 10, and that's way within their range. I mean, they're comfortable with that.
They sure are. He was brought down at the 41-yard line, so it brings up 3rd and 11. But good running by Cephalo to come back to the near side and find Backinger open.
Yeah, he's very, he's got good vision, and he's patient back there, and he's a good little quarterback.
So here's a big play for the Green Wave defense. 3rd and 11 for South Tahoe from the Green Wave 41 after a 19-yard gain on that last play. Marino goes in motion to the far side. Running along the yard line. Back to pass Cephalo. Looking, he's rushed down, he's grabbed, and down he goes. Oren Smith broke through the middle. Cephalo was setting up to pass, and all of a sudden Oren Smith was there.
Good pressure, and it's a good thing, too, because they had every receiver in the back. Every receiver they had was out in the pattern, and he was about ready to let that ball go when he got sacked. So that's a huge play by the Fallon defense.
Big 6-yard loss back to the 47-yard line to bring up 4th down and about 17. They're moving the chains already, which they should not be. I don't know why they're doing that. You'd think those people on the chain gang would know what they're doing. It's 4th down. South Tahoe's lining up to punt on 4th and 17, and the chain gang started to move without the direction of the head linesman, James Hansen. Now, I've worked chain gangs. You don't do anything until the head linesman tells you to.
Absolutely
Even
not.
if you know what to do, you don't.
You just stay until you're instructed otherwise.
Yeah, and they started to move. It's lucky they could remember where the previous line of scrimmage was.
And I'm not sure they know exactly where.
Well, they got it right, the 40-yard line.
Okay.
Because it was 3rd and 11 from the 41 before the play where he was sacked.
And I would watch for a fake here.
Yeah. And whoever's working the chain gang down there needs to read their rule book a little.
Yeah, they need to be a little more patient.
Yep. So South Tahoe to punt on 4th and 17 from the Greenway 47. Backinger standing back at his own 40-yard line. Barton is deep for Fallon at the 17. High snap. It almost goes over his head. He pulls it down, turns around, kicks it. End-over-end kick, bounces at the 20. Barton takes it at the 14. He's grabbed immediately and brought down at the 16 by Kyle Moreno. That was almost a disaster for the Vikings. High snap, but Backinger, being tall and athletic, able to reach up and snag it.
Yeah, he made a great save there. That would have really been catastrophic for him. And got the kick away and got a reasonable kick away, and they had reasonable coverage on it. So in the end, it all worked out for him, but he sure saved it.
So Fallon goes on offense at their own 16, leading 27-12. 2:13 to go in the 3rd quarter, and I'd like to see a ball-controlled, time-consuming drive here.
Yeah, well, I think we need to put it on the ground again. I mean, they've had some success with it. Don't go away from it. Stay with it. Use your speed and your power.
Hand off to Turner. Goes up the middle, now cuts to the right side, to the 30, to the 40, and knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. There you go with the run. Turner ahead and then cutting outside.
Right. Very, very nice. Well done. Big holes. I think what's going on now is I think Fallon is starting to tire South Tahoe out. And it's starting to show, especially on defense.
And a 24-yard gain on that play. Good chunk of yardage to get out of the hole there.
Definitely. And keep the clock running now. We want that clock to really start running now.
For sure. First down, Green Wave at the 40-yard line, their own 40. South Tahoe jumps into the neutral zone. Two guys, number 41, Chris Goralski, number 51, Christian Bishop, jumping in. In high school ball, that's an automatic encroachment penalty. Puts it up to the 45. 13 penalties for 80 yards now on South Tahoe.
Yeah, and that's just starting to show up. It's starting to have an effect.
Dierksen hands off to Ernst, straight ahead across the 50 into South Tahoe territory, brought down at the 47-yard line. Making the stop was Jason Roberts. It's a Green Wave first down.
Yeah, and that's just what we want. Ball control, first downs, clock running. Perfect combination.
For sure. Clock stopped while they moved the chains now, but running with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And now they stop it again. And the referee is sending Tyson Ernst off the field. Looks like he may have a problem with his helmet.
Yeah, that's a new rule, too. If you have any kind of issues with the helmet, you have to come off the field for one play. So
that just brings Trent Tarner into the game. First down, Green Wave at the South Tahoe 47. Dierksen gets the snap, throws out to the right side, caught by Tedford at the 40, comes down to the 35, and brought down at the 34-yard line. That mysterious number 8 made the tackle, along with Cale Backinger.
And there's that short pass we talked about. Short passes, run game, maybe extended into medium length passes, but, stay under control. Don't get too greedy. Keep the ball moving, and that's what they're doing right now.
And they're doing it very well. And they have a first down at the South Tahoe 34. Dierksen in the pistol. Two receivers to the right. And he hands off to Tarner, runs straight ahead, trying to move the pile. Doesn't get much, about a yard down to the 33. Tried to just go straight up the middle, and not a lot of running room there. Kirby David, the leading tackler.
Yeah, once again, just establishing the run. The blocking wasn't the best up front that time, as it showed. South Tahoe was able to defend it, but you still have second and third down here, and once again, the clock's going under a minute now, and you're in control of the game.
And a pickup of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 33. Tedford out wide to the right, two receivers to the left. Dierksen in the pistol. Tarner's behind him. Hand off to Tarner, straight ahead to the 30, to the 25. Cuts outside to the 20, to the 15, and brought down at about the 10-yard line. And a flag, 2 flags thrown on the tackle, which I think was made by Chris DeGrand. It may have been a horse collar.
Yeah, it may have been. And really nice run there. He made some really good moves, and second and third effort there, just excellent.
Trent Tarner has had a great night running. I'm sure he has over 100 yards already. Officials talking it over. I thought it was a horse collar tackle. Personal foul, face mask, they're indicating. Well, it's on South Tahoe. And that'll just add a bunch of yards. It'll be half the distance to the goal from where the play ended, which was the 13 was where they marked it. And they're moving it down to the 5. Well, the 10 where it ended, so they move it down to the 5. So that makes it first and goal for the Green Wave at the South Tahoe 5-yard line. Trips to the right this time and one to the left as Dierksen calls signals. He hands the ball off to Ernst, running it in.
Open.
Big hole, nothing there for it to touch him. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Nicely done.
Yep, Tyson Ernst up the middle, a big hole. No one touched it.
Yeah, the offensive line just sealed it off on the left side. I mean, from up here, we had a perfect view. He just made a wall, and he could have drove a truck through it.
He sure could have. Green Wave with their longest drive of the night, 84 yards in 6 plays by my count. And now the Green Wave lead is up to 33-12. Tedford to hold, Marshall to kick, high snap, he gets it down, the kick is up, And the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. Scoreboard showing Fallon 34, South Tahoe 12. Let's take a break on K2.